Well, folks, welcome to another Friday fishing forecast. And finally, it looks like we're going to have a weekend that's not going to be blowing too bad. Now, Saturday's going to be a little on the bumpy side, but not horrible. They're calling 10 to 15 out of the south, but it's everything offshore looks like, you know, 2.5 foot. So it's not horrible. So if you have a bigger boat, you can definitely get offshore. Inshore, it's coming out of the south, so it's going to be protected on the south shore. You pretty much can do anything that you want to on Saturday and Sunday. Sunday, it's going to the winds are going to lay down. Temperatures are going to be in the mid 80s. So we went from a cool start to the week to almost 90 degrees at the end of the week. So the weather's going to be beautiful. The fishing's going to be really good. The tides are going to be conducive for really good inshore fishing. I know the redfish bite has been pretty good. The snook bite has been really good. Also, the red tide situation is starting to dwindle. There's very few spots that are showing red tide. We actually took the boat out last Thursday and didn't run into any red tide from here all the way out to almost Longboat. So that was promising. But I'm hearing really good reports. Things should really start ramping up here shortly. The weather looks really good for a while now. So the winds are starting to lower down. So it's going to make fishing a lot better, especially during the week and on the weekends. So let's go ahead and get into the tides and salooners for this weekend and talk about what we have in store. All right, here are the tides and salooners for this weekend. On Saturday, we have a high tide at 5:02 a.m. at a 1.2 foot. Then we have a low tide at 9:13 a.m. at a 0.8 foot. Then we have a high tide at 3:38 p.m. at a 2.1 foot. And then a hard outgoing tide till 11:26 p.m. at a negative 0.3. Then on Sunday, we have a high tide at 6:13 a.m. at a 1.0 foot. Then we have a low tide at 8:43 a.m. at a 0.9 foot. Then we have a high tide at 4 p.m. at a 2.2 foot. So as you can see, the tides, especially that late morning into afternoon incoming tide, is going to be probably the best tide to fish for inshore fishing. So just pay attention to that. Make sure that you get to your spots, especially on the salooners. If you don't follow the salooners, I highly recommend starting to keep some kind of log to allow you to understand what those feeding times are doing and how they coincide with the tides and things like that. Let's get into the salooners for this weekend. On Saturday, we have a minor feeding time from 9:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Then we have a major feeding time from 4:02 p.m. to 6:02 p.m. Then on Sunday, we have a minor feeding time from 10:11 a.m. to 11:11 a.m. And then we have a major feeding time from 4:53 p.m. to 6:53 p.m. All right, guys, that's the salooners and tides for this weekend. Like I said, the snook fishing has been really good. The redfish has been really good. This front earlier in the week kind of shut things down just a little bit, but things are starting to ramp back up again. Now, the snapper, they're always here, but you're going to see more snapper showing up, more guides showing pictures of snapper, more people going out and fishing for snapper inside the bay. We're getting to that time where it really starts to ramp up because I think more and more people fish for them, to be honest with you. They're always here, trust me. I've caught them on camera in the middle of December, January. So they're always here, just like the sheepshead are always here, but everybody just fishes for different species during different times. And I kind of chuckle about it because it's like, well, those fish are always around, you just don't fish for them. So anyway, with that being said, I just want to say again, thank you very much for all of the support. We really appreciate it. Thank you for supporting our retailers. Thank you for supporting our sponsors. If it wasn't for those people, we wouldn't be where we are today, especially without you guys. And we just want to say thank you so much. We are finally going fishing tomorrow. So I'm filming this on Thursday, but we're going to fish on Friday. Like I said, Saturday's going to be a little bumpy, so we're probably not going to fish on Saturday. I might fish on Sunday, I'm not sure. But I'm hoping to get more and more fishing in. The next video, the video that we're going to do tomorrow, is I'm going to put two videos into one where I'm going to talk about how I prepare for an offshore trip, what we do, and what I look for, how I get everything ready, what I look for in the tides, what I look for in the weather, the salooners, because weather is very important when you're going offshore. You want to make sure that you're not going to put yourself in a bad situation. That's the last thing that I want to do, especially when I have people on the boat. So that video will be coming up soon. Again, thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it. Fish more, catch more, and we'll see you on the flip side.